Hello, good morning everyone. Very warm welcome to babycode free TOEFL session. I'm Tanu Virmani, an IDP certified trainer and a TOEFL and TOESOL certified trainer. I'm back with my live session number 15th, right? We are covering our part TOEFL sessions. हम TOEFL sessions कर रहे हैं and we are beginning with the speaking module today. And the first question in the speaking module is about independent speaking. The candidates who are new to watch this session, please go back to the reading module. We have covered all the reading part. We have covered all the listening part. And today is the first session of speaking, which is about independent speaking. How you have to respond to the independent speaking question. Independent speaking task means that it requires you to draw entirely on your own ideas, your own opinions, your own experiences when you respond, right? So we will go inside the speaking section today of the TOEFL and specifically question 1, that is independent speaking task. Now we will look at how the question is structured, how to approach the question, and how your response is scored. So we will look at the sample response also that received a higher score, and I'm going to give you some tips to improve your speaking skills. Now what happens here is that generally what question 1 will look like. For this task, you will be given a topic to speak with no additional reading or listening passages, right? You have only 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak for your response. Now, 15 seconds is actually longer than you think. And if you feel like you need more time, just remember that professors at universities are not going to give you more time, right? So it's better always prepare your response in 15 seconds and speak your answers in 45 seconds. Now let's look at more closely what the independent speaking question will be asking you to do. Now here you will be presented with 2 situations or opinion, and you will be asked which you prefer, and you need to explain your choice also, right? So here you have 2 situations or opinion. You need to show your preference and you need to explain your preference also. Let's look at an example. Some people think it is more fun to spend time with friends in restaurants and cafes. Other things, it is more fun to spend time with friends at home. Now, which do you think is better? And explain why. So you have 2 situations. You have to opt for one, and then you have to explain why do you prefer this situation, right? Either you can switch up to which, like spending time with friends in restaurants and cafe, or spending time with friends at home. Now I'm going to give you some tips how you can approach these kind of speaking questions. First tip is that you have to use your preparation time to organize your thoughts, and maybe you can jot down some notes also, but you have to be very quick, right? Don't try to write a full response because you won't have time. You have only 15 seconds. And the rater scoring your response want you to speak, not to write, right? Not reading. And they can tell the difference also. So it's better that you only jot down some of the notes, abbreviation, so that it can help you when you speak. Second tip is don't ever memorize your response before the test, especially the responses which you have from internet or the test prep instructors, right? It's not, and it will lower your score also, because it's very easy for ETS raters that they can identify the memorized responses because they sound different and the content is different from responses that are more natural and spontaneous also. So when you speak naturally, it will show, right? It will come out that you are speaking naturally and spontaneously. But when you memorize something, the content is different. Number 3 tip is it's not necessary that you organize your response into introduction, the middle part, and the conclusion, like you write a written essay. Just speak naturally. Use some of the common connecting words like because, So after that, on the one hand, on the other hand, I want to mention what this means is. So use these kind of connecting words. Before the test, make sure you understand what the raters are looking for and how the questions are scored. In your speaking section, all responses are scored from on a scale of 0 to 4. They are scored holistically, which means the raters listen for various features in your responses and then give it an overall score, right? Now, there are three variations depending on the questions, and raters will be looking for three main things. Now, what the evaluators will be looking for first is delivery. Now, what is delivery? Delivery means your speech, it needs to be clear and fluid with good pronunciation. The pace or speech should be natural and you should have a good sounding intonation pattern, right? Second thing is they look for language use. This is how you use your grammar, your vocabulary to express your ideas. And the third thing is topic development. This means how fully you answer your question and how clearly you express your ideas. How can you connect your one idea to the another, right? And it's easy to follow or not, right? So, three things will be evaluated here: delivery, language use, and topic development. Now, let's look at an example of a speaking response that received the highest score, 4 out of 4. And this is responding to a question about spending time with friends. Now, see the sample answer. I actually only spend time with my friends in restaurants and cafes, almost never at home, because my apartment is very small and there is just almost nothing to do. On the outside and cafes and restaurants, it's much more. There are more people. The atmosphere is usually good. Maybe there's some music playing. Usually we meet to discuss things and meet other people and meet people we do. Now there's always a chance to get to know someone and it's always exciting for me. And it's much more exciting than just staying at home in an environment. And I know and I'm familiar with what thing that's boring is. Now look at this response in terms of three criteria: delivery, language use, and topic development. So if you look at delivery part, his flow of speech is good and it's easy to understand. He is able to sustain his speech for a full 45 seconds and he didn't repeat himself, right? See. Second is language use. So he has used the language in a very simplest and direct way. He chooses his words accurately. He doesn't need to use over complex vocabulary, right? See this. Then topic development is also strong because he starts by stating his preference. He mentioned about his preference of cafes. And he also mentions about why he doesn't need friends at home. So he gives several reasons why cafes are better for him. So the response was, the topic development was very good, connecting one idea to another, right? So overall, this meets the criteria for a score of 4 out of 4, right? So you can look at independent speaking response, that how these are scored. Let's look at some activities which can help you build the skills you need for your independent speaking task and how you can practice continuously for 45 seconds. Use the stopwatch or other timer whenever you're practicing. First thing is, find a way to practice with native speakers or others who know English well, right? Or join a club or start one of your own to practice. Second thing is, collect pictures from magazines, newspapers, internet. Look at each picture, describe it in 45 seconds. Try describing the same picture more than once by using different adjectives, adding details, right? Third one, think for 15 seconds about what you did yesterday. Then talk about it for 45 seconds. Remember to use connecting words and use verbs in the past tense. You can do the same thing to talk about what you will do using verbs in the future tense, right? Practice making a recommendation. Find a topic that you are interested in and explain why your idea is the best way to proceed. Right? So there are different ways to improve your English skills. Whatever you do, keep practicing. Right? Let's look at the sample answer. This is question number 1. Right? Read the question and the sample answer. So here the question says the teacher should assign daily homework to students. So whether you agree or disagree, you have to explain this. First, you have to talk about your agreement and disagreement, and then you have to explain the reasons also. So you have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to speak. So this is a well-developed response. You can read this response for future reference, right? So he agreed, and for agreement, he mentioned the 2 reasons. So same way you have to do. Second question. Again, this question says, children should help their parents with household chores as soon as they are old enough. So what do you think? Do you agree or disagree? So if you think it's a great idea, you need to mention the reasons also, the explanation part. And if you think, no, this is not a good idea, then also you have to explain. So here is a well-developed response. So delivery, language use, and topic development. These 3 are the parameters. These 3 are the criteria. And you will be scaled, you will be getting scores on the basis of 0 to 4, right? So I hope you got an idea that how you're supposed to do your independent speaking question. Go to the baby code application and YouTube to watch our live sessions. Any doubts, any queries, you can write in the comment sections. Do the star rating so that I can know that yes, you people are watching our sessions and it is an advantageous session for you also and informative as well, right? Thank you so much for watching our live session. Keep practicing for the independent speaking task today. Meanwhile, complete your reading and listening sections also. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care, all of you.